Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the China Smash here in Beijing with two champions to be crowned in the Infinity Arena this evening. It's now or never for the players left standing after 8 days of action in Shogun Park, the setting for the final Smash event of the year. And here's where the action will be taking place. The table lit up, dazzling lights inside the Infinity Arena. Two finals to bring you. We start with the women's singles. Tale as old as time as the two stars vie for the women's singles crown, the world numbers 1 and 2. But first of all, well, that's first rather, but we also have the men's singles final to bring the curtain down on this incredible week we've had in Beijing. World number 1 Wang Chuqin escaped defeat in the semi-final, worked very hard in that one, and he takes on Felix Lebrun in the men's singles final. But first up, the women's singles final. Sun Yingxia, world number 1, taking on world number 2 Wang Manyu for the women's singles title here in Beijing. This is the draw. This is how they have made it through to the final here. Sun Yingxia overcame a spirited Shen Qingtong in her semi-final. Wang Manyu made light work of Xin Yubin in hers.
全场一起倒数，8、7、6、5。From China, Wang Manyu. From China, Sun Yingxia.
Here comes world number 1 Sun Yingxia taking on Wang Manyu. Will it be the defending champion who goes back-to-back here? Or will it be the player who's lived in the shadow cast by Sun who can finally topple the world number 1? This is the women's singles final. They are long-time friends, long-time rivals. This is a repeat of last year's final. It's a repeat of the World Championships final. In fact, it's a repeat of many of this sport's biggest finals. 11 of them, in fact. This is a best of 7. This pair going head-to-head once again to claim the biggest prize this week. The head-to-head stands firmly in favour of Sun Yingxia, the long-standing world number 1 with 10 WTT wins to her name. Just the single one there for Wang Manyu, who's also still searching for her first WTT title of the year.
Good match.
Tamara Parmentilatis once again in the umpire's chair for this one. Wang Manyu is quickly up at the table for the coin toss.
So for the toss, you have the choice, it's red or it's blue. Wang choose the red, so Sun, you have the blue. It's reds. Wang the toss. Wang choose to receive. Which side you prefer? the left side for soon.
Well, that concludes the coin toss. Welcome along, Fraser Riley. This is going to be a cracking women's singles final, isn't it? And how many times have we been here before? World number 1 versus world number 2. This is a repeat of the Europe Smash final as well. Will it be Sun Ying-Sha? Do you think he'll go back-to-back? Or can Wang Manyu finally wrestle that title away from her?
That's a great question, Rebecca. Cannot wait for this women's singles final. We have Sun, who is the brightest shining star in world table tennis, against Wang Manyu. These two, the leaders of this new Chinese generation, in yet another WTT final. Their 6th, to be specific. Could it be Wang Manyu's day after so many close, touching distance finishes against Sun Ying-Sha? Here's her run through so far. Here at this event, she dispatched her to Ajah, Malika Batra, Hina Hayata, Niwa Haramoto. She's just dropped the 1 game to Shin Yubin.
And she is certainly in form this week, isn't she, here in Beijing? This pair met as well just a couple of weeks ago in Macau as well, the Champions event. There it was, a familiar tale again. So is it a psychological thing now, do you think, Fraser, for Wang Manyu coming up against Sun Ying-Sha, because she just cannot get past?
It's hard to think that it's not a psychological thing when there's not that much between them in level, yet Sun is dominating that head-to-head. Here's a look at Xia campaign. She beat Miu Hirano, and then 4 teammates, Juicy being the chopper, Wang Xiaotong, another rising star, and then Wang Yidi in a 7-game thriller. Tong Tong's was interesting as well. 2 edge balls, but she managed to win it in 6.
Has she looked less convincing, though, this week than Wang Manyu? Because we saw Wang Manyu's results, and she's only dropped the single game en route to this final. Let's have a look, though, before you answer that question, Fraser. At this time last year, the women's singles final, this pair in action again, going for the title.
Yeah, can Wang Manyu get her revenge against Sun Ying-Sha here today in the women's singles final? Like you said, Rebecca, she's looking for her first WTT title of the year. Just look at that head-to-head. I can't get over it. 10-1. The overall head-to-head, by the way, in all of their meetings is 9-18.
Yeah, it's pretty lopsided, isn't it? It must be a difficult prospect for Wang Manyu, who has won 40% of the fan votes versus 60 for Sun Ying-Sha. I mean, this pair have been at the top of the standings for quite some time. That's what they're playing to get their hands on. But there is a gulf, isn't there, between Sun Ying-Sha and the rest of them, despite the fact Wang Manyu has been second in the world standings for 7 years.
Yeah, you can have a look on the world ranking list, which updates every single Tuesday. Xia is well clear of the rest of the pack, that pack being the world.
Now, what can you equate her dominance to in any other sport, Sun Ying-Sha's?
I couldn't equate it to anything. I think she dominates table tennis more than any other athlete. Man or woman dominates any other sport.
What is it that makes her such a complete player?
For me, it's her psychology, her belief, her attitude, her stoicism, and technically speaking,
players are ready.
She has the perfect blend between control and aggression as a forehand-orientated player. Unquestionably good technique, as calm as you like.
And helped on, of course, by all those thousands of voices in the crowd behind her.
Yeah, it's absolutely deafening in here. I'm surprised they don't give some earbuds away at the door.
Well, you had your business idea, didn't you? Throat lozenges.
Yeah, these fans going absolutely berserk for Xia and Wang Chuqin.
Of course, he's in action after this one.
3-1.
And they picked up the mixed doubles title together yesterday.
Yeah, of course. You know, it's a busy schedule for these players. So what does that time look like in between picking up a title and getting ready for the next final? There's
no time for celebration at all, really. They're straight back to the training hall. You might have a well done from the coach for about 5 minutes after. That's about it. But after this event,
4-1.
I'm sure they'll have a nice meal or something like that before we head to Montpellier for the next Champions events in our Europe swing.
rapid start, hasn't it,
1-5.
for Sun Ying-sha? And Wang Mengyu finished 2024 so strongly, but just she hasn't got into the swing in 25, has she? She's come close, but she's yet to pick up a title this year. Will she look back at this year and see it as a disappointment if that trend continues?
Potentially. I mean,
Please.
being a world number 2 and not
Thank
picking
you.
up a title is very surprising. She could quite easily have picked up 10 or 11, you know, if she would have played, say, contenders or star contenders more frequently.
2-5.
You know, the top Chinese players, they only play the champions and the smashers, as well as the continental events. So they're more selective in what they do play. It's easy to forget that we could easily be talking about Wang Mengyu as a 2-time world champion. Just look back to Doha, 4-3 in the women's singles final to Sun Ying-sha. So even though the head-to-head is what it is, there is barely anything between them in terms of level.
5-4.
Wang Mengyu now trying to get back into this one.
What I was really surprised by doing a little bit of prep before this match was that their first WTT final was only last year in Incheon.
That's incredibly surprising, isn't it?
Yeah.
But since then, we've seen... how many?
So many. 12 finals between them overall.
5-all.
Their first at the World Junior Championships. So these two grew up together, played for the junior girls team. They've been joined at the hip
5-all.
for over 10 years.
Going long with the backhand.
5-6.
Sun Ying-sha re-establishes that lead. That was a look at Lin Yi-lun, actor, singer, chef. A lot of stars in attendance this week,
5-6.
haven't we?
Actor, singer and chef. Wow. A jack of all trades.
It seems so.
6-all.
Well, after a slow start, it's Wang Mengyu who's looked pretty impressive here to gather a bit of momentum and claw her way back into this.
Excellent there from Wang Mengyu. Lovely serve and guide flick. I thought that Sun Ying-sha had it done and dusted with that backhand into the crossover, but it's incredible how she protected that across the body. Yeah, this is a weapon that Xia Xia's really been looking to develop. Her backhand.
It wasn't a weak area, though, for her, was it?
No, I mean, it was always going to be the more probing shot than the forehand. But look, she's got that in her arsenal as well. She can win points very, very quickly with the backhand rip.
Oh,
That's what's been a massive difference maker between these two. If not for that backhand improvement, I think Wang Mengyu would have had a few more wins over Xia Xia than what she's been able to manifest recently.
but Wang Mengyu will know that that's an area she's been working on the backhand, so
Oh, yeah.
it's not a surprise for her, is it?
8-7.
Oh, Wang Mengyu edges ahead here.
This shovel serve quite handcuffing. Ooh, I think that one might have just drifted a bit looser than what Wang Mengyu intended. You could see a shadow playing back. Wasn't happy with the way she delivered that serve. It let Xia Xia in.
We saw that. Shen Xingtong watching on. I wonder whether she's thinking, well, that could have been me here in this final.
She beat Xia Xia in the final of the Champions Yokohama this year.
9-8.
Yeah. Saved a couple of game match points rather yesterday as well, didn't she, in that semi-final?
There with those edge balls.
Yeah.
Clever.
8-10.
Xia Xia's table awareness fantastic there. Wider serve, slower.
2 game points then for the world number 1 here in the opener.
8-10.
Wang Manyu with an important serve coming up. Ooh, and into the net. First one
9-10.
saved.
Good composure here from this grounded champion. Former world champion Wang Manyu 2021 in Houston. Beat Xia at that Worlds.
10
Oh.
all.
Things have just got very interesting indeed.
But you still have to back Xia here if you're a betting man. Better there, that serve from Wang Manyu.
Was it the spin there that was a bit misleading?
10 all.
I wouldn't say it was misleading, but I think the spin was definitely a factor in making that serve awkward. Xia didn't quite know how to meet the ball there.
She has a 3rd game point
10,
here. Will it be
11.
3rd time lucky for the world number 1?
There's Coco Chanel, Cho Yika, Shin Ying-sha's personal coach, watching on. Some of the youth players as well. We've got the youth smash going on next door at the Smash Arena. Have come in. Couldn't miss this, could you, in a million years?
Oh, no way. Oh, clips the top of the net, Wang Manyu.
10.
And it's Sun
Game
Ying-sha
to
who
Suno.
wraps up the opener. 11 or 12 points to 10 rather. A close one. And interestingly, she won the opening yesterday in her semi-final over Tong Tong by the same scoreline. Pushed close. Sun Ying-sha.
So Wang Manyu there saving a couple of game points, but then not quite having the minerals to continue that streak and steal the first.
It's about having that conviction, isn't it? Just that clinical edge.
That was what Shin Yubin was missing against Wang Manyu. We saw her in 2 games have game points, couldn't close it out. You can just see the difference when the scoreboard pressure is on, how it affects certain players. Even some of the best are guilty of it. But here's a look at the ball placement of these 2 players.
What can we derive from this?
It's hard to say there. I mean, Wang Manyu playing most of those balls into the backhand of Sun Ying-sha. Trying to keep it away from the forehand. Trying to maybe tempt her into a pivot to open the table.
Time.
Well, let's head to Adam Bobber, who is courtside. What have you got for us, Adam? Well, we'll catch up with Adam a little bit later on because game number 2 is about to get underway.
Second game. 1 to serve. Love all. Love one.
And Wang Manyu came really close, Fraser, but, you know, do you think she was perhaps lacking in conviction, maybe lacking in a bit of belief there when she came close to getting over the finish line?
Potentially. It's tough to tell from up here where we're sat, you know. And in table
Net.
tennis, there's a lot of grey
Love
area.
one.
You know, you can lose a point doing the right thing and win a point doing the wrong thing.
A lot of moving parts.
Nets.
Yeah.
Please answer to serve nearly vertical. Love one.
The key thing I'm looking for in those kind of moments is deception. You can't afford to be too predictable against someone like Shin Ying-sha, even if you're Wang Manyu.
2
You
love.
are literally dangling it in her jaws. She will bite, and she'll bite down hard and probably make it count. Take a chunk out of the scoreboard.
Please. Thank you.
And sometimes I think Wang Manyu should be a little bit bolder, back herself a bit more in those kind of situations.
3 love.
Problem is though, you're up against such a complete player. You are extra, you have to be extra mindful where you invest in that speed and spin game. It's not as simple as be as aggressive as possible, because that would mean attacking every long ball with huge conviction. I think variation is the name of the game. Looking for openings, staying low.
1 3.
And are there any areas in Wang Manyu's game that are superior to that of Sun Ying-sha?
Well, as we see Ding Ding there, the Queen of Hearts, a Grand Slam champion. I'd say that as a slightly taller player, Wang Manyu's overall backhand, particularly from mid-distance, is a little bit better than Sun Yingsha's. Look how seamless that little bit of weight transition was there from Sun. That transfer sinks her right knee in. Oh, on 1 foot the flick, recovers the net cord.
Well, she wasn't going to lose that point, was she? After it came back from Wang Manyu.
That is just different gravy. Beautiful feeling, unbelievable recovery, squatting forehand, and then it was too little too late from Wang Manyu. That was a point that she must have thought she had Xia Xia done and dusted in, especially with the net cord.
That must be sickening to get it back, to keep it in the rally and then have nothing to show for it at the end. Oh,
5-2.
uncharacteristic push into the net there.
It's going to happen from time to time. Wang Manyu neat and tidy near the net, decent touch. Of course, when you're going for something delicate, the risk is you might end up being a bit too delicate. Well, it's a tough way to win a point there from Wang Manyu. I do feel as though Sun Yingsha was doing a better job at controlling the rhythm of the rally. Wang put into a reactive state, but able, with some improvisation, to fend it back.
3-5.
This is unusual. Seeing Wang Manyu serve backhand at this point in the match is rare.
But it's paid off.
4-5.
What's prompted that decision?
Potentially all the things that have gone wrong in the past. She's just trying something different, right? I mean, she must know she has to change something when she's only won one of their WTT meetings in 10. I think as well,
5-all.
attacking with the forehand consecutively is going to be difficult for Wang Manyu. She might want to try and set up an opportunity to attack with the backhand early in the rally. The backhand serve increases the likelihood that you can do that. You square it to the table. You don't need as much of a compound movement coming into a third ball than you do with a forehand pendulum serve.
I mean, Wang Manyu must be scratching her head with this because she's so solid, really rock steady in that rally on the backhand, and still Sun Yingsha finds a way to penetrate.
On the lean there across the body. So swanky there from the world number one. Empty serve. Better.
Oh, nicely done. Yeah.
We need to see this bolder kind of play from Wang Manyu as she's trying to switch the direction of play more. I guess that's another thing that Wang Manyu's got over Sun Yingsha, the wingspan. It's fairly obvious when you look at the two. But it's harder for Xia Xia to stretch those wide balls. So Wang needs to try and stretch her as soon as she can.
6-all. Seven-6.
Well, this is a good chance for Wang Manyu now that she has managed to keep pace up until the midway point here. She's found success with that new way of serving. But will Sun Yingsha figured it out?
6-8.
Well, even if you do know how to read the serve, like I say, it is difficult to prevent Wang Manyu that third ball backhand. Played that one with some real conviction. Still, before she strikes, poising herself. Great flick.
Oh, wow.
6-9.
Oh, she looks to be in a flow, doesn't she now?
Clutches up there, Wang Manyu. Xia Xia turned and bird. Lovely silhouette on that forehand, but she left that wide forehand exposed.
Against any other player, apart from Wang Manyu, that would have been a winning shot.
Almost certainly. Great get, great read.
Oh, clips the top of the net.
Not seen so many
-7.
Wang Manyu forehand winners. Tried to be proactive there, step that corner. Wow, rocket backhand.
10-7.
She's earned herself 3 game points now, Wang Manyu. And I'm wondering, Fraser, given kind of slow-ish start she had to game number 1, I mean, do these players ever get nervous?
They do. They do. In big matches like this, with it being a smash final, definitely at certain moments.
Oh, and into the
11-7.
net, and Wang Manyu
Game
is
to
on the
walk.
scoreboard. She's up and running in this best of 7. Takes game number 2, 11 points to 7. Much more positive from the world number 2 after what maybe was a nervy start.
Well, that backhand serve, you have to say, was a real recipe for success. Proved to be a spanner in the works for Sun Ying-sha. Let's see if Wang Manyu continues to do that. Why not? If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Time.
Well, this match has opened up somewhat now that we are standing level on a game apiece here. Wang Manyu finding her feet in game number 2 to take it 11 points to 7.
Third game.
Sun Ying-sha
Sun to serve.
keeping the world number 2 very
No.
quiet in game number 1. Even though that was a tight scoreline. But Sun Ying-sha just had enough, didn't she, to get it over the line, as she generally does.
1-love.
Let's see if she'll be able to adapt after this point when she'll be on receive. Behind serve solid, as usual. That backhand serve that Wang Manyu started to play in that last game ended up being really important for her.
Oh, she had the wingspan, no doubt,
Love
Wang
it
Manyu,
too.
but just couldn't make the return count.
It's incredible. What a read. She was, you know, in a bit of an uncomfortable position there, but she stayed so relaxed. Taking that ball so early is really, really important in table tennis.
1-2.
You know, you've got to take it in front of you with the forehand. The analogy that I'd say is that trying to open a door, if you're right next to it, like hugging it, is almost impossible. You need
3-1.
enough distance to be able to use the power that you have to open a door. So it's important that you're not too far away, not too close, so that you can make full use of your power, your energy, your strength. If you take the ball too late, you lose that. It's wasted energy. Can't exert yourself
3-2.
fully. And you lose control. You lose sight of the ball. With the backhand, usually you're generating a little bit more rotation. So you take that a little bit closer to you.
Oh, well, that was going to be an ambitious return, wasn't it, from that position for Sun Ying-sha.
Nice angle there on that touch from Wang Manyu. Oh, wow. Really nice.
Yeah, great vision.
Top pros don't actually practice backhand touching as much as forehand touching usually. You wouldn't put it past the Chinese though, they are so meticulous.
Well, Wang Manyu once ahead,
4-3.
once again edges ahead.
Again finding that wide forehand, that time with the flick. Coiling, great propulsion.
Well, she almost got to it, didn't she?
Oh, beautiful. How Cho indeed.
4-all.
Talk us through that point, Fraser, because it was a bit of patient touch play from both, and then Sun Ying-sha just pounces.
Yeah, patient touch play. All started from that float serve of Wang Man-Yu. So Sun Ying-sha did well to trap the ball, keep it low and tight in the first place. But as soon as it's long enough, she recognises, fades it. Not showing where she's going too soon.
5-4.
Misleading with the shoulders just before the point of contact.
And that's what she's really good at. Well, just one aspect of what she's really good at, because her body positioning doesn't really give much away, does it?
Yeah, there's an underlying level of deception to her game that you don't always recognise due to her power and due to how many winners she can hit as a result of her amazing serve-receive play. What an icon. I've never seen a player, since I've been watching table tennis, I've not seen a player as dominant internationally. Are you kidding me, man?
4-7.
The angle on that last ball.
And the speed as well.
Hang on a second, how is that possible from there? Oh my word.
Well, Wang Man-Yu certainly puzzled as well. That was physics-defying stuff from Sun
4-7.
Ying-sha.
That was frighteningly good.
7-5.
The irony there that she misses the receive, but again, this backhand serve.
Well, anything that followed that was bound to be anticlimactic.
That's true.
Players taking their time with the towel break.
I was hoping, well, I'm hoping you've jinxed it. We're going to see something else. I mean, you're just guaranteed fireworks with these two.
Yeah, especially in a best of 7 as well.
Yeah,
Plenty
you're
of
going to
time.
get galore. I think Wang Man-Yu's balance is impeccable. Her base very, very steady, sturdy. Hard for her to generate as much power close to the table as Sun Ying-sha with her forehand. And as a taller player, she's trying to protect her crossover section more with the backhand. So she has to be a little bit more, I'd say, careful when she does inject pace. Going to play it with some additional rotation, as she did there. Solid receive. She levels.
Well, she's
7-8.
favouring that serve now, but it's Sun Ying-sha who wins the point on receive. What went wrong there for Wang Man-Yu?
Tried to take it too far out in front of her. You know, as a table tennis player, you've got to get out to a neutral position to get ready for a ball that might come long. There, it was a shallower, spinnier ball. One couldn't come in over it. Particularly hard to do that with a backhand.
Success there, though. Clearly learnt the lesson from the last point.
So subtle.
Oh, brilliant serving from Sun Ying-sha. Just unlivable for Wang Man-Yu.
Just thinking, we haven't seen a long fast one in quite a while. Probably why she did it. Ball time to do it as well. Great delivery.
Is that the unpredictability we talk about so much?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's funny with that serve, because even if you know it's coming, it's still quite intimidating to have to receive. Again, it's a question of where do you meet it, when do you meet it. Because it's down the middle as well, it just creates a bit of a guessing game for the opponent. Wang Man-Yu knew off that long ball she wanted to try and attack straight away. You know, there's certain things we don't see. Sun Ying-sha might have actually given her an indication that she was going long there, which seems counterintuitive. Why would you want to give something away? Well, it might be setting a trap.
Oh, Wang Man-Yu brings up game point. It's just a single game point though, but this would put her ahead overall in this match.
And what would be extra surprising is that Wang Man-Yu could win another game not having to change this tactical introduction of the backhand serve.
And she's done it.
11-9.
First game point, and she
Wang.
takes it. And is it Fraser, the serve, that's made the difference there for Wang Manyu?
Less so in that game, because Sun Ying-sha did adapt to it a little bit, but it still is working wonders for her. It got her in straight away there.
Yeah, Wang Manyu takes the lead overall here. That's interesting indeed.
The touch and push play was a crucial factor for both players in that game. This is still balanced on a knife edge, even though Wang Manyu has edged in front. Still a 50-50. Early doors.
Well, let's join Adam then, who is courtside. Let's join him to get his thoughts. What have you got for us, Adam?
Well, it's interesting. There are a lot of stories about Xia and how she came to be and what makes her so mentally tough. She's come back many times in the past, looking here at a coach who was crucial in her life, Yang Guangdi. This is a man who discovered her around the time she was 9 years old, was playing for the Hebei provincial team with a bunch of older girls. And he basically taught people and hired people, essentially, got people to cheer against her so that she would feel like the underdog, to know what it feels like. The irony is that the whole stadium's cheering for her, but in her head, she'll remember her childhood, and from 10 years old through 14 years old, what it feels like. And the fact that he's here in the crowd, I think, is going to bring her lots of resilience.
Wow, that is absolutely fascinating. Adam, thank you very much indeed. And wow, that's incredible psychological training.
Wow, you learn something new every day. Thank you for that, Adam. Imagine being him now, just seeing Sun Ying-sha in this stadium. Oh, wow.
Now, Wang Manyu, of course, ahead by a single game. Early days, of course, and game numbers with 7 games potentially to get through. You think, though, that Sun Ying-sha has the edge? It seems that she is the player who still has the momentum, who still has the upper hand. I don't know if I'm correct in saying that. It's just, I'm interested to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, again, it's hard not to think about that 9-1 head-to-head. And how many matches do we see where someone wins from 3-1 down? This is only 2-1 down.
Well, we saw it, didn't we, in the men's semi-final earlier between Wang Chuqin and Zhang Peng.
Correct. You just never know. We've seen players win from 3-0 down. You know?
Oh, Wang Manyu finding her stride now, looking very confident. And she wasn't at the start of this match.
You thought it was going to be another day at the office for Sun Ying-sha, didn't you?
Yeah.
Looking for what, her 6th smash title here today? Her 5th, I should say.
Well, it would be the 3rd smash of the year, 5th overall.
5th overall, wow.
Yeah, she took the Singapore title at the start of the year. It was disappointing, wasn't she, in the US smash?
Yeah, I don't know what was up. Maybe a bit of jet lag. We saw a lot of the Team China players struggling.
Please,
Back with a vengeance, though, in the Europe smash.
Yeah. Well, are we going to see a timeout here, Rebecca? Or is Xia not going to bother?
Well, judging by what Adam was saying earlier, you know, obviously she backs herself, doesn't she, mentally speaking, given that training she had at an early age.
Goodness gracious me. The momentum heavily with Wang Manyu here. No stone unturned. The wind in her sails firmly.
1-6.
Well, finally, she gets one on the scoreboard here. But it's been one-way traffic, and this is shaping up to be a really fascinating game number 4 here. Sun Ying-sha, almost anonymous.
What a get from Wang Manyu.
Oh, what an unbelievable rally.
18 world-class shots recovered time and time again. Not far away with that chop, Wang Manyu, but I think it would have been over anyway. Xia Xia holding down the fort.
I think they've been practicing with Lin Chidong.
And you see rallies like that away from the table. But you know, you don't always see it in the women's game, do you? It's a game of speed. You want to take time away from your opponent. Closer to the table, normally it's easy to play off the angle. Less can kind of go wrong, margin-wise. That's why we see so many close to the table rallies. But I'd say Wang Manyu is a little bit better off the table because, due to her stature, she finds herself back there more often. Had more practice back there, probably, than Xia Xia. What a push, by the way.
3-8.
Not over yet.
Not by a long stretch. Well, it was an amazing get, wasn't it, to stay in that rally for Wang Manyu, but Suning Shah gets it finished off straight after.
A little shoulder shrug there after that. And all too right. A flick of the highest caliber. Making life easy for the ball kid there, Xia Xia. Unbelievable. You know, that was a very, very tough shot to recover from, that forehand flick. To then play a forehand from back and half again. Amazing. I think that just skinned the edge.
9-4.
Well, we've had a few of those this week. A few of them involving that player there. Oh, Suning Shah deals brilliantly with the Wang Manyu serve there.
Adjusting her service position, trying to get her backhand in.
But it's 10 points. Wang Manyu up on her tiptoes, ready to receive what will be an important serve for Suning Shah here.
It's over.
11-5.
Well, that ball was not coming
Wang.
back. 11 points to 5. A dominant fourth game from Wang Manyu, who is very much into her stride. That's been the most one-sided game we've had so far, and she leads by 3 games to 1 in this best of 7.
Well, remember, Suning Shah has won all 5 of their WTT finals. Are we about to see something that we've never seen from Wang Manyu?
Suning Shah, the defending champion, has got a lot of work to do here.
Time.
Well, just listen to the noise of the crowd chanting the name of the world number 1, Suning Shah,
5th game.
who has got
Sun to
a
serve.
long road ahead of her if there is
Love.
to be any way back into this one. This is a must-win game for her, as indeed the remainder of the games in this match will be. Wang Manyu is a game away from winning her 2nd smash and her 1st title of the year. What an amazing moment that would be.
And to do it at the last smash of the season as well would make her feel a whole lot better about this year.
Love 2.
Dispatched from the defending champion. She's had great success with this forehand flick.
Now, you gave her a 50-50 chance of winning, Sun Ying-Xiao, when she was 2-1 down. What about now that she's 3-1 down?
1-2.
You know, for some reason, I'd still go with the 50-50.
Well, you have to go with history, don't you, and statistics.
This is it. And why I say that is because Sun Ying-Xiao
3-1.
plays the occasion to perfection. She will make adaptations based on the scoreboard, knowing what pressure the opponent is likely under. She knows her opponent so well. That's crucial.
4-1.
Spending time to reflect upon your opponent's strengths and weaknesses. Being a good judge of character is really important if you want to be a champion.
And how often do we see them
2-4.
pair up in doubles as a team? So, of course, Sun Ying-Xiao will know what the chats are like between games. She'll know what gets Wang Manyu a bit flustered. She'll know when she's down. She can use that to her advantage now in the head-to-head.
True. We saw that, didn't we, at the Europe Smash when they played the women's doubles together just before the singles
2-4.
final.
We did, yeah.
Being the first pair to defeat Miwa Haramoto and Satsuki Odo, interestingly.
History makers in so many ways.
Decent forehand flick, shallow enough and slow enough to just give Wang Manyu enough time to play it.
Well, it looked as though Sun Ying-Xiao would race away with this one. I know, of course, it was early on in this game rather when she went 4-1 up, but I thought at that point, oh, she'll pull away because it's Xia. Well, Wang Manyu already has a trophy to her name from her time here in Beijing this week.
Thank you.
Took the women's doubles title alongside Kuai Man.
Yeah, that was an incredible women's doubles final there. Hina Hayato and Ju Chun-hee pairing up. World champions together, Wang Manyu and Kuai Man. Clever. She's not playing into the trap that Wang Manyu's trying to set with that backhand serve, playing something with more rotation, which is quite difficult to do against a float serve, a no-spin serve. Just giving Sun Ying-Xiao a little bit more time to get to a neutral position after the receive. And it's stalling Wang Manyu, who wants that backhand rip, wants that backhand counter.
8-4.
So topsy-turvy game here. We saw Wang Manyu bounce back to level, and now a streak from Xia.
Yeah, I mean, this is the fascinating thing, isn't it, about a best of 7? Because in the normal format, the best of 5, we'd have Wang Manyu as the champion by now.
8-5.
Again, you got to consider, you know, playing to the occasion with it being a best of 7. We saw Wang Chuqin against Champeng.
Wow, yeah.
Respect
He
player
looked
and
down and
remain
out, didn't he?
quiet when they are ready to serve. Thank you.
Wang Chuqin. From the off, he just wasn't himself.
Yeah, I think affected by a lot of the flashes going off. We've seen him put his captain hat on and say, look, you know, we're a whole team here, Team China. You know, something you're doing might help me, but it might not help my teammates. So we've seen some very good consideration, empathy. stand and deliver.
6-9.
Yeah.
Big point there. Now, in the next game, if we do go to another game, I'd like to see how Wang Manyu serves. Look, she's doing the forehand serve now. What a push.
How is she going to play from that position?
Sun Ying-sha just cruised, didn't she? Watch this. Lovely shot. Great parallel counter. The rest was history. 4 game points.
Then
The
7.
first one has been and gone. 3 more to play with, though.
Play.
Oh,
8
I
and
mean, I
10.
can't believe that Sun Ying-sha actually made that return, but brilliant winner from Wang Manyu. 2 saved.
Perfectly played. Nothing Xia could do.
I mean, it was a great effort, though, wasn't it? But really smart play from Wang Manyu. And now she has 2 serves. Oh, and into the net from Sun Ying-sha, who wins a must-win game here. 11 points to 8. Well, she had her back to the wall, Sun Ying-sha, and she responded brilliantly, as she so often does. She is still in this one, and the scores are now at 3 games to 2.
The tables, or the table, may have just been turned. Are we going to see a game 7, or could Wang Manyu seal it in 6?
Well, let's check in with Adam. What have you got for us, Adam, ahead of game number 6?
Yeah, there was mention of the United States Smash. That was the only Grand Smash that Xia didn't take this year, and I know there's been a lot of talk about Yang Guangdi. That's when he actually got back in touch. I heard he started working with her again just to make sure that there wasn't anything mentally getting in her way to make sure she's tough. Xia. After all, she has been the toughest in the world, what, 168 weeks at world number 1? This is a man who invested in her when she was incredibly young, spent his own money to travel with her when the provincial team couldn't help. I mean, that's quite a sacrifice. So that's got to be really touching and empowering for Xia. It's going to be tough starting over at 0-0, but Wang Manyu's in wonderful form, having won every game on an average of 11-7. So this gets really interesting
6
now.
game. 1 to serve.
Yep, getting more and more interesting as it wears on. Thank you, Adam, for that. And what a statement in your belief in a player, to spend your own money. Sacrificing, you know,
Please.
financial means and your time, and yeah, incredible.
Thank you.
Sometimes you just
Level.
need to have one person who believes in you for it to change your life. And if that isn't a reason to be a good person, I don't know what is.
Yeah, absolutely. Now Wang Manyu reverts to the reliable backhand serve and gets the first point on the board of the 6th game here.
Xiao's going to try her best here to send this to a decider. It'd be interesting to see that almighty stats, the record in deciding games.
Yeah, wouldn't it just?
And you wouldn't really be able to talk about the sample size difference either. Because these two have been neck and neck for years.
It strikes me that Sun Ying-sha really wouldn't be bothered about going to a decider. She'd probably just think, yeah, okay, no problem, I've got this.
I know what you mean.
I mean, she doesn't seem phased, does she? At, you know, at 3-1 down, at 3-2 down with these must-win games ahead of her.
If only everyone could be grounded enough to fully understand that being fearful of situations was illogical, in a sense. Or thinking about the past. which of course it is. You can't change it. Fear is there for a reason. It's a blessing in a sense. Yin and yang.
2-4.
Can protect you. But thinking about the past can be helpful. Xia Xia knows where she might have gone wrong. I mean, she had to think about the past to learn how to retrieve this Wang Manyu serve, this backhand serve. Got to see changes now from Wang Manyu. Easy when a tactic's been so successful to rest on your own laurels, but you've got to constantly reinvent yourself against someone as good as Xia Xia.
I didn't realise it. I was holding my breath in that rally.
She was like Neo in the Matrix, dodging different bullets, holding her hand up in different ways, just refusing to lie down, changing the pace. Wang Manyu was up against a wide variety of balls. I love the play from Xia Xia there as well.
Wow. And it's a 4-point advantage now for Wang Manyu. If she wins this game, she will become the China Smash champion. She will wrest the title away from Sun Ying-sha.
Oh, wow.
We don't often hear Wang Manyu letting out screams like that, do we?
It should mean the absolute world to the second seed to get her revenge here from last year's China Smash final, where Xia Xia beat her to win her first WTT Series event of 2025. I think she's going to do it.
2-8.
Well, she's getting closer and closer, and she's getting louder and louder. Let's out another big scream as she moves 6 points ahead here in what is a vital, pivotal game for Sun Ying-sha to win if she is to have any chance of defending her title.
She knows the importance of closing this one out, Wang Manyu. Every single time they've gone to the decider since 2022, Sun Ying-sha has won. That's in a WTT event.
It's championship points, 8 of them in favour of Wang Manyu. This for her first title of the year. Her second Smash title is on the line here.
Bit of a strawberry push from Xia Xia.
11-2.
Wang Manyu is the champion. She dethrones Sun Ying-sha 4-2. A new champion here in Beijing, and it is the world number 2, Wang Manyu, defeating the world number 1, the defending champion Sun Ying-sha. She came from behind. She reeled off 3 straight games, and it was a brilliant performance from Wang Manyu.
Wow, speechless here. She's done it. She kisses the pendant around her neck.
Did we expect this? Absolutely not.
Incredible. The last smash of the season, the China Smash. Let's be fair, the biggest and best smash, the hardest smash to win because of all the Team China stars that can enter. And she's the winner.
And it's only the second time she's ever beat Sun Ying-sha at WTT level. And to take her title from her in Beijing in front of this partisan crowd.
The first time she's ever beaten Xia Xia in a WTT final at all. Sun had won all 5 of their WTT finals leading up to today.
I mean, what a time to win your first title of the year. What a title to win.
But let's be fair, if anyone is going to dispatch it in game 6, what was it, 11-2 there in the last game? It's Wang Manyu. You'd always put her as someone who has the best chance of beating Sun Ying-sha on a day, and she's done it.
62 points versus 46. It looks pretty one-sided in that respect. Really looking forward to getting the thoughts of our new China Smash champion, Wang Manyu. And we can join her now. She is with Wilson.
Congratulations to Wang Manyu，恭喜曼玉拿下比赛胜利。 Congratulations to Man Yu for winning the women's singles title at the WTT China Smash. First, please share with us how you're feeling at this moment. 恭喜曼玉拿下中国大满贯女单冠军。首先，跟我们分享一下此刻的感受是如何的呢？
我觉得今天的比赛，然后跟莎莎，也是最近连续几次决赛交手，然后，前面2次，甚至更多次都是输的，所以今天还是。完全去拼它，然后抱着向他学习和挑战的这个一个心态去打，然后我觉得很开心吧，能够今天赢下比赛。然后我觉得莎莎今天打得也很好，可能自己运气更好一些吧。
Yeah, I faced Sasha in the finals match tonight. Actually, I faced her several times in the recent finals matches, and the last 2 times, actually more than 2, they all ended with my defeat. So today, I literally gave everything I had on the court, and I approached this match with the mentality of learning from Sasha and to taking on challenges, and I'm very delighted to have clinched this victory. And I believe Sasha also did an amazing job today.
All right, you've completed the tournament with 2 titles. How would you summarize your performance at this event? 双冠圆满收官，自己会怎么总结这场比赛呢？
我觉得每次跟莎莎打都能够学习到很多东西，因为很多时候都是在比赛当中去临场应变，然后互相博弈。我觉得在这个过程当中自己会收获非常多的东西，然后我觉得包括前面几场的对外战的比赛，我觉得都非常有收获，以及女双，我觉得这次北京大满贯自己非常收获的价值非常大吧。
Yeah, I think each time I had an opportunity to face Sasha, I would be able to learn a lot from the match. And oftentimes, you get to learn how to strategize on the court, on the spot, and contest with your opponent. So I really believe that I've learned a lot. Actually, the previous matches, when I faced foreign players, I also had a lot of takeaways. So I believe China Smash 2025 is an event where I learned a lot.
好的，谢谢，再次恭喜曼玉，让我们把掌声送给王曼玉。
Didn't know where to go there, did she? Well, man, you bless her. You know, she's such a grounded champion, isn't she, Rebecca? Humble in victory, magnanimous in defeat. She is a born and bred champion and someone who you just have to respect. All optimism remained guarded until the very end.
Well, I just wonder whether or not it actually sunk in what she had done. But next up, we have got the women's singles trophy presentation that is coming up next. Welcome back to the China Smash and the Infinity Arena. We have a new champion in the women's singles. Wang Manyu defeating the defending champion and world #1 Sun Yingsha 4-1. We'll also have, or 4-2 rather, we'll also have a new champion in the men's as well. So it's all change here in Beijing. Well, world #2 and defending champion in the men's Lin Shidong was knocked out of his semi-final, meaning we'll also have a new champion on the men's side as well. Will it be world #1 Wang Chuqin, who had a bit of a shaky outing in his semi-final? He's taking on Felix Lebrun, the Frenchman who is full of flair. He is a bouncy jack-in-the-box of a player, and he is through to his first ever Smash final. Well, we are awaiting the trophy presentation for our women's finalists. A familiar sight, Wang Manyu and Sun Yingsha going head-to-head for the title. And it was Wang Manyu who came out on top, winning her first title of the year, and she did it by defeating the defending champion and world #1 Sun Yingsha here in Beijing.
女士们、先生们，由京石文旅集团呈现的 WTT 中国大满贯2025女子单打颁奖仪式即将开始。
Ladies and gentlemen, the trophy presentation of the women's singles finals WTT China Smash 2025, presented by Beijing Shijingshan Culture and Tourism Group, will start soon.
在女子单打颁奖仪式之前，我们要颁发的是超级球童奖。
Before the trophy presentation of the women's singles finals, we would like to present the awards for the Super Bowl Kit for WTT China Smash 2025.
让我们欢迎获奖球童，来自石景山体校的周梓彤。
Let's welcome the Super Bowl Kit from Shijingshan District Youth and Children Amateur Sports School, 周梓彤。
有请北京市石景山区副区长钟绵绵为球童颁奖。
Let's welcome Deputy District Mayor, Shijingshan District of Beijing Municipality, 钟绵绵, to present the award to the Super Bowl Kid.
有请颁奖嘉宾与超级球童合影留念。
Let's invite the presenter to take a group photo with the Super Bowl Kid.
感谢颁奖嘉宾，恭喜获奖球童。
Thank you, presenter, and congratulations to the Super Bowl Kid.
接下来我们要颁发的是女子单打决赛裁判员奖。
Let's now proceed to award the umpires of the women's singles final.
让我们欢迎女子单打决赛裁判员。
Let's welcome the umpires of women's singles final. From France, Damaha Parkmetla.
来自法国。
From China, 朱玲。
来自中国。再次有请北京市石景山区副区长钟绵绵为裁判员颁发奖杯。
Let's welcome back Deputy District Mayor, Shijingshan District of Beijing Municipality, 钟绵绵, to present the awards to the umpires.
有请颁奖嘉宾与裁判员合影留念。
Let's invite the presenter to take a group photo with the umpires.
感谢颁奖嘉宾，恭喜获奖裁判员。
Thank you, presenter. Congratulations to the umpires.
接下来，让我们欢迎女单亚军，来自中国的孙颖莎。
Let's welcome the finalists of women's singles from China, Sun Yingsha.
有请 WTT 首席运营官迈克尔·布朗为女单亚军颁发鲜花。
Let's welcome WTT Chief Operating Officer Michael Braun to present the bouquet to the finalists.
有请首钢董事长赵明格为女单亚军颁发奖杯。
Let's welcome Chairman of Shougang Group Zhao Mingge to present the trophy to the finalists.
有请颁奖嘉宾与女单亚军合影留念。
Let's invite the presenters to take a group photo with the finalists.
感谢颁奖嘉宾。
Thank you, presenters.
女士们、先生们，再次恭喜女单亚军来自中国的孙颖莎。
Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists from China, Sun Yingsha.
感谢女单亚军。
Thank you, finalists.
现在，让我们欢迎女单冠军，来自中国的王曼玉。
Now let's welcome the champion of women's singles from China, Wang Manyu.
有请中国乒协主席王励勤为女单冠军颁发鲜花。
Let's welcome CTTA President Wang Liqin to present the bouquet to the champion.
有请国际乒联主席、国际奥委会委员佩特拉索林为女单冠军颁发奖杯。
Let's welcome IDTF President, IOC member Petra Sorling to present the trophy to the champion.
有请颁奖嘉宾与女单冠军合影留念。
Let's invite the presenters to take a group photo with the champion.
有请女单亚军回到舞台，与所有颁奖嘉宾一同合影留念。
And now let's welcome back the finalists and all our presenters to take a group photo.
感谢颁奖嘉宾。
Thank you, presenters.
有请亚军与冠军合影留念。
Ladies and gentlemen, your trophy winners for WTT China Smash 2025 Women's Singles Finals.
感谢女单亚军。
Thank you, finalists.
女士们、先生们，再次恭喜女单冠军，来自中国的王曼玉，请尽情展示冠军奖杯。
Ladies and gentlemen, your champion from China, Wang Manyu. Please enjoy the moment.
接下来是冠军的自拍环节。
It's time to take a selfie.
Well, what a week Wang Manyu has had. 2 trophies to take home to show for her time here at the China Smash. She took home the women's doubles earlier in the week alongside Kwai Man, and now she is the women's singles champion, a brand new champion here in China. Her first title of the year, her second Smash, and her 7th title overall. And to do so by defeating the defending champion and world #1. Well, that must be a wonderful feeling. Here's a look back then at how the title was won. It was Wang Manyu, 4 games to 2, coming from behind to take victory over Sun Yingsha. Well, we've got a new champion in the women's singles, and we'll have a new champion in the men's as well. That's a look at the draw. Wang Chuqin, China's world #1 and home favourite. He's got a lot of fans here, and he's taking on Felix Lebrun of France, who's appearing in his first ever Smash final. That is coming up next. So not long then before the men's finalists make their way into the Infinity Arena, our final match of the China Smash 2025. Those two going head to head, and that is coming up next.
It is here, the moment the world has been waiting for since earlier, just a few hours ago. We knew that it would not be two Chinese players in the final, which makes for an incredibly exciting special occasion for fans around the world and Chinese fans who will be rooting very hard for the world #1 on the left, Wang Chuqin, versus France's superstar with the pen-hold grip, Félix Lebrun. This is the men's singles final.
From France, Félix Lebrun! And now from China, Wang Chuqin!
Lionheart has entered the arena that is packed inside and out from Smash Park, with thousands of fans flooding the lawn looking at a big screen. Who knows if movie theaters are screening this across China right now, but the world is watching in unison after an incredibly gutting semifinal for Wang Chuqin. He has had a very busy week, and he meets a man who is undefeated at the final steps here before the trophies will be given out. It's a best-of-7 battle. First player to win 4 games to 11 points must win by 2. Will be the champion of the final Grand Smash this year, the second China Smash in history. The WTT head-to-head between these two favors Wang Chuqin 3-0. Internationally, they've played 4, just 1 more for Wang Chuqin. But this just goes to show you that the world #7, the pen-hold sensation, look at that here, capable of just about anything. In finals, 2/3, just over 75%, 3/4, Wang Chuqin successful. Christoph Geiger, our official, our umpire for the match in the high chair, will keep things fair and square, and especially exciting for fans. As they give a handshake, a little high five there, we'll head over for the coin toss with Christoph Geiger to determine where the players stand
yellow or green?
and who serves.
Green for Lebrun, yellow for Wang. Yellow, Wang won the toss. Receive for Wang, left side for Lebrun.
So, Félix Lebrun chose the side that Sun Yingxia has been choosing all week. And I choose to have on my left, I, Adam Bobrow, choose Fraser Riley in the commentary booth. Good to have you back, Fraser.
Amazing to be here at the China Smash. It's the one we've all been waiting for. It's the men's singles final, the first ever singles final between Wang Chuqin and Félix Lebrun. I can't think of a foreign player who has won the China Open or any kind of China-related event of any kind before. So this is huge right here.
Dmitry Ovcharov with Timo Boll.
There we go.
Just thought of it. Anyway, good times. No, it's huge. He's the first Frenchman to be in a Grand Smash final. Look at the road to Zhang Wujin in the first round, Miłosz Radzimski in 5 after that. An Jae-hyun, that was clinical and very impressive. Sora Matsushima, the Japanese national champion, and Xiang Peng, that really takes a toll. That match was incredible to watch. The 19-year-old here, talk to me about this pen-hold sensation.
He's the best pen holder in the world. He's an Olympic bronze medalist in men's singles and men's team. He's already won a champions event, of course, in his own backyard, Montpellier, where we're heading soon. And this is his run through. Remember, he could have been out in the round of 32. He had to save a match point against Chen Yuanyu. And then he beat the man who defeated his brother Alexei Ionesco in 3 straight games. Chen Junsong, a surprise package. And then he beat Lin Shidong for the 3rd time earlier on today.
That's crazy. And these two met not too long ago at their last Smash encounter here in the men's singles semifinals in Vegas in the United States. Incredibly tight. Look at this, another match point here. He saved, what, 3 match points?
Yeah.
And 11-9 in the 7th. Oh man, that face. You could write an entire novel about what must have been going on to make the face look the way it did right there. There is some backstory for that with Wang Hao. So $135,000, and the taller of the 2 gold trophies will go to the winner of this match. The fan vote. Ooh, France. Well done. Okay, 65% behind Wang Chuqin, just shy of 2/3, and the remaining 35% behind the French superstar, the 19-year-old. This should be a tight one. Well, it could be a tight one. The world doesn't know. I'll say even Wang Chuqin's fans are concerned.
Want to serve. Love all.
And I'll tell you why, because Felix has been playing incredibly, and they saw the semifinal with Xiang Peng earlier today. Here we go.
Love one.
Not to mention, they know the week that Wang Chuqin has been through. He's playing right now for a triple crown. He's already got 2 titles to his name. It has been a very productive week, to say the least.
Yeah, we saw a special occasion appearance with him and Sun Ying-sha. They won the mixed doubles. With Lin Shidong partnering up for only the 2nd time they won the men's doubles. So like you say, Adam, going for a triple crown. His 2nd triple crown at a smash. He did it in Saudi last year.
Now, you had a chance to call Felix's semi-final match to get here. He was quite impressive. I'm sort of curious what your take was. What a comeback! Drop shots. Wang Chuqin has an incredibly high success rate taking drop shots, and Felix was right there with no panic, and he comes back with that down-the-line winner to follow. Ay-ya.
I'm not gonna lie, Adam, I kind of forgot what you asked me. Oh yeah, what did I make of the Lin Shidong Felix match? I thought he was outstanding. And I'm not just saying that because he won, and because it takes an outstanding performance to beat Lin Shidong. I was particularly impressed with his mental performance.
Yeah, he had some testing, trying times indeed. Had a chance to watch that from the field of play.
5-1.
Good start here for Wang Chuqin. In terms of concern, I don't know. Xiang Peng played so well. I can't remember the last time I saw Wang Chuqin looking so distraught, so disheveled, and words that don't start with DIS, but yeah, just sort of gutted and really challenged in that way mentally.
6-1.
There's a couple of things going on with the flashes in the crowd. We know how Wang Chuqin's put on his captain hat really, really well at this event in a few different moments. But yeah, battling back 3-1. You would have expected it. Really took his toll on him, but look how he's bouncing back.
2-6.
Look how he's managed to reset in such a short space of time.
Yeah, it's a wonderful start. Now the penhold grip, something that has been mainly Chinese dominated. Ooh,
3-6.
Little shallower arc here to make that a bit challenging. I've heard you talk about it, and I know other than Wang Hao, I mean, Wang Hao's the best RPB I've seen. And the reverse penhold backhand, that RPB, Felix, very strong with.
7-3.
Yeah, incredible with the reverse penhold backhand. There he is, former world champion, 3-time Olympic finalist, and some of the Chinese coaches and players there as well. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting with Felix. For a penhold player, fairly backhand orientated. I know a lot of people have observed that.
8-3.
He's been looking to develop his forehand power, but look, Wang Chuqin's forehand here, I'm sure is going to be a difference maker.
3-9.
If the forehand's on song, he's borderline unstoppable.
Yeah, this is a wonderful long serve right to the baseline here. Something deep. It's okay, just to mix it up. Nice serve, or calling for a ball. That's usually how I call for a ball.
4-9.
Just thinking of the penholder situation as we see Stéphane Legrand there, former top 7 for France, the father of Felix and Alexis. Nice to see him. I haven't seen him at one of these major international events. Yeah, Montpellier, of course, runs the club and whatnot, but
yeah,
I wasn't there last year, will be this year.
Yeah, outside of Montpellier, can't say I've seen him either. From a table tennis family. Their uncle as well, Stéphane Legout.
Christophe.
Christophe Legout.
Yeah, everyone in the family plays, so. Nathanael Milan. He's been with Felix since he was 3. Speaking of 3, just down by 3, Felix making a comeback. Unstoppable inside the line here as Nyo Guan Kai, Xiao Zhan and the gang, Sun Shun, cheer him on. These are the shots that when he's free, we didn't see so many of these against Xiang Peng. 4 game points, but 1 saved here. Change of pace, and Wang Chuqin, after covering a big shot to the backhand, takes control of the point and the game. 11-7. This will put a lot of hearts at ease right now, but in France and much of the world, I think it'll just change their pulse a bit and speed it up to hope for the comeback that would send this to a deciding 7th. A long way to go, though, with game 2 around the corner.
整个这种你这种在用正手这种去卸在中间或摆在下面，要盯着他这一下用全力啊，尤其拉回中间拉到正手，不要想他正手这块不太会，还是能拉过他的，这个要注意情节，这个包括下一个还有他的这种，因为前300这块，我觉得现在处理的非常好，因为他。
Oh, well, look at this. This is the final from the Media Smash. The China Media Smash earlier, where Fraser Riley defeated Adam Bobrow in straight games.
I can't believe they're showing this.
For Bobrow. Man, I'm not gonna lie, Fraser had a brilliant plan, came out with incredible touch, didn't smash a single lob, read everything, wasn't snaked once, and wore a very humble shirt too. Look at that. Beautiful trophy. This was big. Fraser Riley came out prepared. I know he was nervous. He played some excellent table tennis. Top 100 in England now?
Yeah, nearly. I can't believe they've shown that. That's made my day.
Wow, man. Well, I have no shame in losing to a guy playing the way you played.
Oh, man. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Learn from the best.
1 love.
I'm going to find out who that is and study as well. Good times, good times. So Wang Chuqin starting off game number 2. That was a charming little break there.
Wow.
Nice to get some exercise, and thanks to Joe Dao and the whole team for putting that on. That was really cool. Inside out forehand, dismissive. He looks free. I want to talk about in the zone. You and I have talked about this. We've seen it being on tour with the players. They get into tunnel vision. They get really focused.
Love 3.
Now, I had a little chat with Felix after his semifinal, on court and afterwards. But I saw him just before this match, and it was like he was hypnotized. He said thank you when I held the door, but he said thank you like a warrior.
Wow.
There was just, he had so much going on, and nothing could distract him from it. That's pretty cool. That said, Wang Chuqin, up 1 game to 0, 4 points to 0, has clearly done his work as well. Edge of the table, Wang Chuqin continuing.
Felix knows exactly what it takes against a man as complete as this. Unbelievable. I mean, Felix played out of his skin in that United States Smash semi-final. Just came out short against Wang Chuqin. But this is a final. This is different. You can imagine what it would mean for him to become the 2nd European to win a Smash so soon after Charles Moregard. And to do it in China, can you imagine? To do it in the Dragon's Den against this man, the world #1, would be some story. Straight after beating Lin Chidong.
It would be. That said, right now, Wang Chuqin quite secure.
1-6.
Put a crack in the windshield. We'll see if it continues. A step in the right direction for Felix Lebrun might be a better analogy at this point.
7-1.
Beautiful backhand flick from Wang Chuqin. He's in cruise control here. He's been able to test the forehand recovery of Felix Lebrun, vary the spins, mostly very rotation balls into the Felix forehand. When he's playing that backhand flick like that as well, it's cause for concern.
Wow, there's some serious cause for concern here. I don't have to think back very far to the match with Xiang Peng, and just feels like he's broken out of whatever handcuffs Xiang Peng had on him earlier, but different player here. Different game, different strengths. I realized I'll save it for later. Something to clarify from our video between breaks earlier. Fans might enjoy.
2-9.
Tight serve.
Ten-2.
This is tough here for Felix Lebrun. It's hard to even tell whether he's playing well or not. Wang Chuqin's locking him down tactically here. I'm sure it won't be as one-sided as this on the scoreboard in the next game, no matter what happens, but you never know. Wang's a man on a mission.
11-2.
And a mission accomplished in game number 2. He's up 2-0 with a dominant, very clear message in game number 2. And with the facial expression that we saw just before that, when he was up 10-2, I mean, that looked like a guy who got somebody else's sandwich, got the wrong order. He just, a satisfied player? Not yet. He knows not to celebrate too early. When there is a celebration, there's just a feeling that it's beyond himself. So, 2 games halfway there. First player to get 4. We've got Rebecca Adams down on the scene. Rebecca, what's it like down there at sea level?
Well, I was just watching Felix Lebrun heading back towards his coach. He was looking down at the ground, shook his head, and he slammed his towel down on the bench and wouldn't even make eye contact with Coach Molan. He is very, very shaken here.
Well, understandable. We know he wears his heart on his sleeve. Different, I'd say, tactics mentally, let's say, in terms of showing emotion. We've seen Vertruls who did it quite well, I guess. It worked for him. For Felix, it almost seems like when he gets angry, it does. That said, it's not across the board. Jan-Ove Waldner never really showed his cards in that sense. By the way, the media smash included media from Chinese television and all over. There were a lot of competitors from Peru's junior national team, China, all over, so. Even more credit to Fraser on that.
And yourself, mate.
Thanks.
No, it was great fun, and it was a wonderful thing.
So right now, the whole world is watching as France battles China. But these two individually, and Wang Chuqin, think about when he played Ugo, not at the World Championships, but the last time, as we've got a timeout here for Felix Lebrun. What do you think it's going to take for Felix to really cause the greatest impact here and effect to win?
Well, as well as maybe an extraneous variable or two, tactically speaking, I think he's got to try and rush Wang Chuqin early in the rally. Some long serving, some heavy spinning into backhand.
Tu vois ce qu'on avait dit aussi sur le fait qu'on ne montre pas rien, on est dedans. On lui montre rien, tu te bagarres, tout ce que tu veux. Des fois, bah, ça va pas le faire, mais c'est pas grave, tu te bagarres. Allez, faut qu'on arrive à tourner, là, sortir d'ici, tu reviens et tu te bagarres, tu fais tout. Allez, mec. Bon service, je sais pas quoi faire en vrai. Si, c'est fait. Le service là, ton service était parfait. Donc ça, c'est la bonne zone, t'as réussi. Continue, tu l'as mis un peu plus loin, c'est ça, et l'ont coupé au milieu. Allez, mec, allez.
Rebecca Adams, we hear your French is better than ours. Talk to us, what'd you get?
From what I got, Coach Molan was telling Lebrun, but he's serving well. Keep doing that and just keep fighting for everything. Just keep fighting.
Well, let's see words of encouragement here, the fighting spirit for the Frenchman. Wow, even falling back, he fought, and it paid off. With his father here and a father figure in his coach, someone who's been with him for 16 years of his life, it's going to be a strong team, a strong pairing.
Ooh.
Well, we're getting some electric points right out of the timeout. Felix extending it on the defense. Falling back twice, he's still able to put up serious counter loop exchanges.
They're doing well after Wang Chuqin gets in with that first attack.
2-3.
Good here from Felix Lebrun. Nice out of the timeout, playing well, playing with freedom. He's going to try and take a leaf out of the Radzimski handbook. Problems in that match started for Wang Chuqin at 2-0, so it's not too dire of a situation right now for the Frenchman. Best of 7 as well, remember. You just have to do so many things right. It's tough to generalize tactically against someone like Wang Chuqin,
who's just won 12 of the last 16 points.
5-2.
And continuing. I think the whole world was wondering what form he would be and how he would come back after that Xiang Peng match. That was just as mentally draining as almost anything I've seen, other than maybe Liang Jingqun and Hugo Calderano.
Yeah.
2-6.
And Wang Chuqin looks like he's been cryogenically frozen and just thawed off, and he's ready. Had a nice ice bath, good night's sleep. It's a man who came here prepared. Wow, a few more shots, a bonus after that big Wang Chuqin opening.
Outstanding recovery. Felix raises his hand in apology. Did he top edge one of those balls? I'm not too sure, but still great recovery. Nice parallel. Oh my word.
No chances on this one. Do whatever you want with that receipt. Steve Dayton and Petra Serling know that that right there is just next level.
What can you do?
It's when you thought it was turned up to full blast. He's like, no, actually, these speakers are more powerful than you realize. Check out the forehand on this.
8-3.
A strong deep serve as well. The apology from before, I think sometimes when you're out of position and you feel a little bit lucky to return something awkwardly,
yeah,
sometimes you'll see an apology there. And as much spin as you can put on a shot. Wang Chuqin gets the whole body behind this, gets low, gets that long stroke and a lot of racket speed.
Just think of the number of finals where you've been maybe thinking, wow, Wang Chuqin's under the cosh here. This player he's going to be up against is on fire. And then he just completely locks it down, shuts it down, and wins fairly convincingly in the end. The world final against Calderano, Fukuoka against Haramoto, US smash final against Haramoto. It's incredible what he does.
10-4.
And after some serious momentum, 23 of the previous 32 points. It's a game point saved, still 6 more to go. The difference between their world rankings and their scores on screen.
$10-5.
And the serve is tough to receive. He tries to drop it shallowly behind the net, succeeds in that, but the height just enough. And with the fast pounce of Lionheart, he's in there with the claws out and ready to attack. The king of the jungle is the king of the table. Timeout deflated. It's a 3-0 lead. The last hurdle for Wang Chuqin in last round was crossed just barely, but right now this is incredibly strong. Less than 5 points on average. Now remember, he's playing for a triple crown here. The last time he did was the Saudi Smash last year. A very unique, memorable event. Patrick Franziska was quite starring there. Manika Batra. Speaking of Patrick Franziska, here it is, the final. Wang Chuqin with slightly shorter hair and 4 match points, championship points here. The only man who could defeat the Giant Slayer. What did it mean to him? Yep, 3 crowns. There it is. We saw it from Felix Lebrun here, maybe calling for the ball, but always a good handshake, eye contact, the smile. A triple crown, that was the last time. And right now, things are looking good for another one.
Just a game away here. Saw Franziska there, he was the first European to reach a smash final. Moregard made history in Malmö. Lebrun's made history here as the first Frenchman to reach a smash final. Gauzy nearly did it in Sweden, didn't he, against Shadong?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about 2024, the second half of the year.
Wang to serve, la ball.
It might have been really hard for a lot of fans, and of course for Wang Chuqin to have so many upsets against him. But I think it's made him stronger.
One love.
It's the times where you feel like quitting, when it gets hard, that you just build the strongest muscle around whatever you need to protect you and continue growing.
Love 2.
And man, has he grown. Just looks like a completely different guy. You can ask an actor, singer, chef.
1-2.
This is not going to be the way that Felix wins a lot of points, but on a few occasions changes the timing with a slightly more arcing spin shot from behind the table. He normally stays right on top of the table. And a good tight serve. That's part of the reason. If you talk to other pros, they're like, it's ridiculous how fast he is. I talked to Adi Serene. He's like, his pace is just another level. It's suffocating. It's tough to compete with. And Adi even took him to a timeout, 9 in one game.
Yeah.
But just that one.
3-2. Just amazing. There's only so much Felix Lebrun can impose himself from that forehand half against Chuchin. Middle, a little bit wider, then into backhand. No two balls are the same.
Right into the middle. Smart started last point with a similar attack. This is classic tactics. Timo Boll would always say, hit it at the elbow, then you get someone slightly off balance, they get a weaker shot back, and then you can exploit the opening. Stevie Wonder impression there for a moment.
3-4.
A beautiful fluid backhands there from Felix Lebrun.
It's tough to find belief at times, but it's what they get paid to do.
4-all.
And there were moments against the former world #1, as Dad watches on, Stéphane Lebrun, that Felix looked like he was in trouble. That timeout in game #4 when he was, what, 5-6 down and never turned back after that.
Four, 5.
Chop block is waiting, but it's unnecessary. We'd love to see an RPB chop block, just the table tennis heads out there.
Yeah, not something you see every day at all. We miss you, Chuchin.
Remember, this is a must-win for Felix Lebrun, as every game will be, as Lin Shidong sits next to the team doctor and the rest of the squad watching on.
6-5.
Good deception, subtle pendulum serve there.
I like the expression on the face there of Shidong, as let us say, you get in, big brother.
Yeah, there is incredible chemistry between them.
6-all.
After all, Wang Chuqin, during his interview, reminded the fans, hey, we're all part of the same team here. We're supporting Team China, right? Lin Shidong's played some incredible table tennis. He's a lovely guy, and he works really hard. He's still, what, 5 years younger than Wang Chuqin? Serve success-wise, nearly 80% for Wang Chuqin. Wow, 32% plus better. That's a wonderful lob. Right near the baseline, lots of top spin. These are not as easy as they look. I often look to see if the racket's twiddled here. Wang Chuqin, keep your eye on his racket. Doesn't twiddle because he wants to keep the top spin on. And that changes things a bit, so the ball arcs down into the net.
The beauty of creating something suspenseful.
7-all.
Continued pressure, Wang Chuqin continuing to level, does not want any confidence to creep into his opponent. The respect is always there, but he knows that he wants to close this door as quickly as possible.
Oh, great adaptation there with the backhand from Chuqin. Just 3 away from winning this whole thing.
Big serve to come, looking to level Felix. But the freedom as he turns, as fluid as can be on receive, those 2 points. This is the Wang Chuqin that we're used to seeing. A man who decides and rarely gets the ball back long enough, but has the finishing shot.
You know, that's a world-class serve, right? Never mind.
10-7.
Relentless.
And he now has 3 championship points for his 3rd title here. A triple crown, the first time since the Saudi Smash for Wang Chuqin. Lionheart takes it. It has been a tough week. And this is right back at the coach and for the team. He has completed a triple crown in a very ambitious schedule. If you chose somebody, your itinerary for this week and the pressure that you would face, the opponents that he had throughout this week, the schedule, and yet he rose to the occasion in every category. After the semifinals, I think most of the world would have understood if he came back and was only at 50% or didn't look like the same player. But he looked better than he did in the semifinals. He looked completely fresh and new. This is inspiring. This is someone who's put in the work since 2024, second half of the year. This is someone who has grown, who has developed, and is going to continue to carry the team for quite some time.
Couldn't have said it better myself there, Adam. I think there's certain silver linings that we have to consider when looking at the later half of 2024. Yeah, he's so proud of the world number one, and he should be, because not everything has gone his way here in this men's singles campaign.
Credit to Felix for an incredible event, but also the eye contact and the words that he gave. I mean, these are two classy characters. We've seen Wang Chuqin time and time again just shower people with respect. Whenever the light shines on him, he doesn't absorb, he simply deflects, reflects, and sends it where it's deserved. Felix said, "You deserve this today. You were incredible. Good match." So we're gonna have a chance to hear from Lionheart, Wang Chuqin, the champion, triple crown and world number one.
Congratulations to Wang Chuqin，恭喜楚金取得比赛胜利。Congratulations to Chu Qin on winning the men's singles title at the WTT China Smash 2025. Can you share your current mood and feelings with us? 恭喜楚金获得 WTT 中国大满贯2025男单冠军，可以给我们分享一下此刻的心情和感受吗？
确实，自己也确实没想到，在经历了这么多天以后，自己能拿到这个单打冠军，也，我觉得通过这一次比赛，也想对王楚钦说一声，你挺棒的。
Well, this is unexpected. After all this long time, I finally win this title. And with this tournament, I also want to tell myself, Wang Chuqin, you are great.
Okay, you competed in 3 events and clinched all 3 titles here. Looking back on the entire competition process, how would you summarize your journey at this China Smash? 本站你最终收获3冠。回顾整个比赛过程，自己会如何去总结这一次中国大满贯之旅呢？
我觉得整个的过程还是非常的艰难以及艰苦。其实每一天都很折磨，感觉它确实就像一个马拉松一样，每天不断消耗你的精力、体力，包括对于比赛的渴望以及种种吧。但是我觉得在这些艰难的过程当中，自己其实心里面还是有自己的一份责任感和使命感，一直在支撑着自己来到了最后。
I feel this journey is really hard. It is really difficult. Every day it is like a torture. It is like a marathon that consumes your energy and your motivation every day. But I still feel this sense of responsibility and this sense of mission, and they carry me to the very end of this tournament.
好的，谢谢，再次恭喜，让我们把掌声送给王楚钦。
Incredible words, as always, wonderful to listen to. A reminder that even Wang Chuqin, the man on top of the world, can doubt himself at times, but after this performance reminds himself that he is great. And this is just going to be fuel in the tank, some confidence boosting. Stick around, we've got the men's singles trophy presentation coming up. This has not been easy, but it's been wonderful. Come right back. Welcome back to the Infinity Arena. It has been a magical week here. We've had thrills, spills, all sorts of big news, big names shining in the spotlights, put on the international map. And we've got lots more where that comes from to finish off the year. We've got the WTT champions Montpellier coming up at the end of October. You can continue your table tennis cruise over to Frankfurt at the champions event, which should be incredible. And we're going to finish off the year with the WTT finals, Hong Kong, in Hong Kong, China, December 10th through the 14th. Now, last year, Montpellier was absolutely electric. I can't wait to be there. We're going to give you a little appetizer to warm you up for the main course when it comes in Montpellier.
It was the best event I ever played.
Best atmosphere that I ever experienced in my life.
It's hard to describe, I think, the feeling.
It's red, white and blue. It's a dream come true.
It will maybe be my best memory ever.
This is unfreaking believable.
The French fans, they are completely crazy.
They give their voice, they make very good things.
So when you're playing in front of them, it's just pure love.
I'm really looking forward to play again in Montpellier.
And I will be back to try to defend my titles in my hometown.
It's Felix Lebrun.
WTT Champions Montpellier 2025. See you there.
See you there.
See you there.
See you there.
Deal. See you there. My goodness, the crowd jumping in unison. I felt like I was at an EDM concert with a drop. You've got to be at all these events and you have your chance. Get your tickets for the WTT Champions Frankfurt right off the back of Montpellier. That's November 4th through the 9th. Germany is just going to be incredible. So I'll be there and I hope to see you there. Get your tickets. By the way, there's just so much to look forward to here. Felix Lebrun, again, played an incredible event. And Wang Chuqin, untouchable. Only 21 points dropped across 4 straight games. Want to see these two players back on the podium? Get ready, it's your time. It's the trophy presentation.
女士们、先生们，由金石文旅集团呈现的 WTT 中国大满贯2025男子单打颁奖仪式即将开始。
Ladies and gentlemen, the trophy presentation of the men's singles finals WTT China Smash 2025, presented by Beijing Shijingshan Culture and Tourism Group, will start soon.
在男子单打颁奖仪式之前，我们现在要颁发的是裁判长奖。
Before the trophy presentation of the men's singles, we would like to present the awards for the referee and deputy referee.
让我们欢迎裁判长。
Let's welcome the referees for WTT China Smash 2025. From China, referee Wu Fei.
来自中国，
And from Greece, deputy referee Tina Kroda.
来自希腊。有请北京市石景山区副区长钟绵绵为裁判长颁发奖杯。
Let's welcome Deputy District Mayor, Shijingshan District of Beijing Municipality, Zhong Mianmian, to present the award to the referees.
有请颁奖嘉宾与裁判长合影留念。
Let's invite the presenter to take a group photo with the referees.
感谢颁奖嘉宾，恭喜获奖裁判长。
Thank you, presenter. Congratulations to the referees.
接下来我们要颁发的是男子单打决赛裁判员奖。
Next, we would like to present the awards for the umpires of the men's singles final.
让我们欢迎男子单打决赛裁判员。
Let's welcome the umpires of men's singles final. From Germany, Gerge.
来自德国。
And from China, Wu.
有请颁奖嘉宾与裁判员合影留念。
Let's invite the presenter to take a group photo with the umpires.
感谢颁奖嘉宾，恭喜获奖裁判员。
Thank you, presenter. Congratulations to the umpires.
接下来，让我们欢迎男单亚军，来自法国的菲利克斯·勒布伦。
Let's welcome the finalists of men's singles from France, Felix Lebrun.
有请金石文旅董事长杨忠斌为男单亚军颁发鲜花。
Let's welcome Chairman of Beijing Shijingshan Culture and Tourism Group, Yang Zhongbin, to present the bouquet to the finalists.
有请 WTT 世界乒联首席执行官施蒂夫·丹顿为男单亚军颁发奖杯。
Let's welcome WTT CEO Steve Duncan to present the trophy to the finalists.
有请颁奖嘉宾与男单亚军合影留念。
Let's invite the presenters to take a group photo with the finalists.
感谢颁奖嘉宾。
Thank you, presenters.
女士们、先生们，再次恭喜男单亚军，来自法国的费利克斯·勒布伦。
Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists from France, Felix Lebrun.
感谢男单亚军。
Thank you, finalists.
现在，让我们欢迎男单冠军，来自中国的王楚钦。
Now let's welcome the champion of men's singles from China, Wang Chuqin.
有请 WTT 赛事执行总监穆尼尔巴萨为男单冠军颁发鲜花。
Let's welcome WTT Events Executive Director Munir Basa to present the bouquet to the champion.
有请中共北京市石景山区委书记常卫为男单冠军颁发奖杯。
Let's welcome Secretary of the CPC Beijing Shijingshan District Committee, Chang Wei, to present the trophy to the champion.
有请颁奖嘉宾与男单冠军合影留念。
Let's invite the presenters to take a group photo with the champion.
有请男单亚军回到舞台，与所有颁奖嘉宾一同合影留念。
And now let's welcome back the finalists and all of our presenters to take a group photo.
感谢颁奖嘉宾。
Thank you, presenters.
有请亚军与冠军合影留念。
Ladies and gentlemen, your trophy winners for WTT China Smash 2025 Men's Singles Finals.
感谢男单亚军。
Thank you, finalists.
女士们、先生们，再次恭喜男单冠军，来自中国的王楚钦，请尽情展示冠军奖杯。
Ladies and gentlemen, your champion from China, Wang Chuqin. Please enjoy the moment.
接下来是冠军的自拍环节。
It's time to take a selfie.
请男单冠军留步，有请女单冠军。
Let's welcome back our women's singles champion.
女士们、先生们，再次恭喜来自中国的王楚钦以及来自中国的王曼玉。
Ladies and gentlemen, your WTT China Smash 2025 champions from China, Wang Chuqin, from China, Wang Manyu.
接下来是冠军们的自拍环节。
It's time to take a selfie.
Well, there you have it, our champions with an incredible journey here at the final Grand Smash of 2025. Wang Manyu, unstoppable, and Wang Chuqin, just the same through the thick of it all. And a favorite quote of mine that feels appropriate for the journey of these two here: it's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, everyone would do it. The hard is what makes it great. Jimmy Dugan, A League of Their Own. So, on behalf of the WTT crew, Fraser Riley, and myself, Adam Bobrow, it's been an amazing week in the heart of the table tennis nation, Beijing, China. Enjoy the highlights, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you really soon in an incredible calendar year. Wang Hao, so much to be proud of. The captain raises the ship, and the waters for all other ships to rise. Session 2 results: Wang Manyu 4-2 over the world #1 Sun Yingxia in a WTT event. Against all odds, Wang Manyu was incredible, and Wang Chuqin back from a crazy semifinal to take down a man who beat the man who spent most of the year at world #1, Lin Shidong. Felix Lebrun, we'll see you in your hometown very soon, and Wang Chuqin, we'll be seeing you everywhere you go. So that's it. And once again, on behalf of everyone at WTT, Fraser Riley and myself, Adam Bobrow, we can't wait to see you in Montpellier, Frankfurt, and Hong Kong in the wonderful world of table tennis.